What's up guys, Yusuf here bringing you another DCEU video. For today's video I would like to speculate on what I think the rumored cliffhanger in Justice League was that Joss Whedon reportedly did away with. The report came from a few weeks ago and it originated from one of the comic book sites, so no disrespect, but the source was not that reliable. We can still at least speculate on the thought. What we know about the cliffhanger is that it has something to do with the tyrant hailing from Apocalypse, Darkseid, but we don't know how he would have been used. I have two scenarios that I believe could have played out at the end of the film. First off, and this is the one that I believe to be the most likely scenario that could have happened, involves both Darkseid and his first general and uncle, Steppenwolf. I believe that in the outcome of the final battle between him and the League, no matter what the combined forces of the Justice League do, there is no way to quote-unquote kill him. Now, incoming trigger, they shouldn't kill. But for the whole time, I always saw Wonder Woman as the one that could actually do the deed, seeing as how she does not have a no-killing clause in her contract, nor does Aquaman. But anyway, for the longest, I've seen a scenario where instead of killing Steppenwolf, they forcibly send him back to Apocalypse via the mother boxes and a boom tube, thus seemingly winning the day and saving the world. But on the back end of that, in Apocalypse, Steppenwolf is pleading for his life to Darkseid, stating that if he had one more chance, he can defeat the heroes and even destroy Earth and finally claim it as a planet that they rule. But with this being Steppenwolf's second offense, this is the second time he's gone to Earth and it's the second time that he's lost. Darkseid will be infuriated and sick of his uncle's failures, thus killing Steppenwolf with the Omega Beams and having a "I'll do it myself" moment as he gathers his furies to assist him in his bidding. Now, on top of the failures, it's also important to note that when Ciarán Hinds discussed his role of Steppenwolf, he talked about how he was trying to get from under his nephew's rule. So it would only make sense that Darkseid would be aware of this, plus, and he would add that on top of his failures as a reason to kill his uncle. Now, the last scenario involves the Flash. Remember that cool post-apocalyptic nightmare world we got in Batman vs. Superman? Well, what if at the end of the film, we see Flash have his first experience with time travel? At the end, when all the heroes are having their own personal wrap-ups, we see the Speed Force go into some type of flux and force our hero into the Speed Force, thus time traveling. In that scene, he gets sent to the Nightmare timeline, and while there, we see him run across Darkseid. And either he just notices the Warlord wreaking havoc from afar, or he actually has an encounter with him. And Darkseid gives him a warning about the past and the future. Not a warning to heed, but more so of a, you and your false gods have fallen, the world belongs to Darkseid, no matter how long you run, you cannot stop the inevitable. And at this moment, as Darkseid goes to use his OP Omega Beams again, the Speed Force pulls Barry back into our current timeline, leaving him in shock, while also potentially setting up the Flashpoint film being partially set in the Nightmare world. Now guys, you guys can hop in the comments and let me know what you think about a couple of things. I'm curious to know if you think that it's true that Joss Whedon got rid of a cliffhanger. I'm curious to know, if the cliffhangers did involve Darkseid, what do you think about my ideas? And I'm also curious to even hear your own creative ideas as well. So guys, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Also, the bell down in the corner so you can get notified when we post new DCEU content. Not even just DCEU content, Pacific Rim stuff, Alien vs. Predator things, Godzilla videos. We've got them all, man. We got everything, but you guys already knew that. So, this has been Yusuf, and I'll catch you guys later this week with another DCEU video.